The one your name Baba TV. Them say that them bodies are the Bada TV. Tell them this are the Dada and the Mother TV. Alright then, and a boss and a brother TV. Alright, tell them say a Baba TV. You're the king of fight, they're not keeping it locked. You don't know Baba TV can't code. Good over evil, life over net, money over war. Righteousness is out the nation. Sins are reproach to any man already. Baba TV, that we are praying. More fire.
Every time fire, you just keep it high in the Rastafari, the Almighty God, you know. Great man, live on, man. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, man. Pay prophet, the man with the 7 down here. Bob Marley, see me now. King, priest, and prophet, Marcus, Garvey, word come to pass. Don't forget about fire, God, some great man. Prophet distinct to them, like I come to pass the pagan. Baba TV, we coming from the grassroots. Babylon, fill out the grass, youth. Out of Iraq, take out the grass, youth. We not go water down night that you. Baba TV from the grassroots. Babylon fill out the grass youth. Out of Iraq take out the grass youth. Baba TV don't water down night dilute. Just make the truth. They no teach about Marcus and Farrakhan. Now Gandhi and the great man Malcolm X. They no teach about the mystery. But they want no teaching about Buster Man thing. You the teaching about Marcus Garvey. You the teaching about the great Nanny. We want to know the history about the great Gandhi. Paul Bogle, me want the mystery. Baba TV, move fire, come the liquor century. I'll punch up on the microwave, vice versa. Camel Gandhi incident, we never forget. Green beer killing, we never forget. How many don't trust a man, Babylon beat today. Me coming from the grassroots. Baba TV.
All right, family, peace, greetings. Welcome to another edition of Baba TV Every Time Fire. And I want to give a strong, powerful shout out and thanks to my brother Ras Al Pancho for that beautiful, powerful intro that he made for me via the Bamboo King. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And before the lens of Baba TV, you know who I got. This DC in the house. DC in the house. My elder and Ross Ilika. Ross, it's a lot going on. Me and Ross was just talking about reggae there and how when I was there, I was so fortunate compared to other places that I've been that this black people, from what I can see, I remember controlling things. If I wanted to see Cableton or interview Cableton, as you see, he gave me that intro, I'd just meet him right around in the back of the club. You had black our people, Judites, our people, promoters and things like that, where you don't hear you got to go to a big festival and fight with others just to be able to see your own people sometimes. So I was fortunate in that way. Shout out to Washington, D.C. So, and without further ado, I just wanted to say that I bring to you, I don't know what vibes he's, I'm trying to build the vibes, throwing it at him. But I'm sure one thing, he will get the dopey out the way, you know, man. Because one thing about the Rasta, whether it's you, me, or whoever, they deal with vibration. And definitely the priest will get the dopey out of the way, man, before we get started. So with that being said, I'm going to shut my mouth for a minute because he want the questions. Ain't no laying back with the priest on here. But I'm all done running my mouth. I present the song and introduce the others. My brother, your brother, big brother, Priest Ilika.
Yeah, thank you, family, for letting me entertain you, because now I understand that this whole thing where people got going on, what they call Rasta, it's for entertainment. And I found that out this week. That's after 40 years, okay? So now, I'm not an entertainer, although I play music, I write music, I have radio shows. I'm not an entertainer. Rastafari was a way of life for me personally. Over 40 years. This me personally, because the opportunities I had in America, bless our family, I'm born in America. So the one thing no one has ever heard me say is, I'm American. Okay. So now you never heard me say that because when I was in it, I mean, really, and I was in the Marine Corps. So, we was into stuff where we go all over the world and do stuff to people. That's what we did. So more times people would say the people that's in the Marine Corps come out crazy. And I'm the crazy uncle. That's what they call me around my family, the crazy uncle. Which I'm cool with that too. Because, you can push that button and things could get real crazy real quick. And, for some people, other people will be like, after I get done with all this I'm doing to you, I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Because we was trained to do stuff to people in other countries. And that evening, if you made it back alive, you go have a beer with your friends and go have something to eat at their house and you celebrating because you came home. So it was a different mentality. So now I guess I got out when I was like 23 years old. After 5 years, 3 months, 16 days. I was really into it. I loved it. The discipline, I love it. The way that you have to get things done, I loved it. So I had a problem in there because I couldn't kill any black people. I couldn't. My brain was not into killing black people. And people that was in the service know that when you go out in foreign and do the dirt that we was doing, you kill everybody because they have a saying, kill them all and let God sort it out. So I couldn't function around that. So I ended up in military jail, which is cool, okay? Because they said that you could kill anybody but black people. And I was like, yeah, and that didn't make sense to the psychiatrists in the Corps. It didn't make no sense to them. Because how you could kill everybody and just go have a beer after that in the evening, but when it get to black people, you can't do it. And I was like, I can't really do it. So now while I'm sitting in jail and whatnot, I was reading some books about, what's that brother name in Grenada? Maurice Bishop. You heard of him, Baba?
Yes,
Nope.
yep, yes, I have.
All right. So now, when the Marine Corps invaded Grenada back in 1983, their only mission was to take this brother out. Now, I knew for sure that I wasn't going to go and participate in the physical part of it, but, I did my job, made sure everybody was doing what they was doing. So now back to 1985, I'm sitting in prison reading books about Maurice Bishop. And I'm going like, why they take this guy out? Coming to find out he was running his own country, Grenada. He didn't want to deal with America at all. So he was getting deals from Cuba and all those Caribbean places. And he didn't lack for anything for his people. The people was very stable. So come to find out, like, America was really not into people, black people in particular, to have their own country. Their own country. I mean, excuse me, bro. I'm trying to find my situation here. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're back? Okay. Had to plug my plug back in because I ain't with all this technology, but I got to keep it running. So back to reality. So they finally let me out, the Corps. They let me out. And because of the way that I treated the Corps, excuse me, I got a bad conduct discharge. Bad conduct. High grades, bad conduct. Because I'm willing to do anything that me and my people doing. Because at the time, that was my family. Simplify, that was my family. So anything need to be done, we're going to get that thing done. We're getting it done. No talk, no nothing. So I got out, and I remember what the judge said. He said, you know that you're not going to be able to work for any government entity. You're not going to be able to get anything from the government at all because of your category. So I was like, man, I'm going back to my people. This judge looked me right in my face and said, you have no people. You have no people. So I was like, okay. I checked what he was saying. And as I'm checking what he's saying, I'm like, did he really say That's one of my little people there. Okay. You don't have no people. I was like, okay, I didn't really get what he was saying. So when I got out the call, couldn't find no work, couldn't find nothing that was for me. Because I'm a highly skilled, highly trained dude. But I couldn't get no job. So while I'm going through my can't get a job and stuff, I decided I'm going back to college. That's what I do. When I get all bumblehead, I go back to college because, academics is something that I kind of like. That's another one of my people. Okay. So I went on to college. So while I'm in college, excuse me, I can move this
Hey,
camera.
Dread.
Yeah. See the brother say hi?
Oh, they getting big.
Yeah, man, they getting grown. That one right there, 20. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the raising part of dude. None of that. I hope ain't nobody heard that. Because I got to talk to my children rough. I tell them I got something to do at 3 o'clock. Don't come bother me. Leave me alone. Because I'm an old dude. So all my children are young, 5, 7, like that. I got 8 of them in the house at the moment. In the house. Because while I was going through my matriculation, going back to school, I had 2 children that, hey, child support got me. Everybody got me. I'm in school. I ain't never get to really raise them children, but it's cool because that's what it is in America. I got to accept that I'm in America. So fine. I'm in school. So while I'm in school, I'm dealing with nobody because none of the black guys was trying to hang out with me from America. They weren't trying to hang out with me. I was kind of like, what is the matter? Is it something that I'm saying or doing? And the old man told me one time, he said, they feel threatened by you. I said, why is that? He said, because you actually went out into the core and did some shit and took people's life and shit, but now you coming back pretending to be nice. I'm like, I'm not pretending to be nice. I never got angry when I was in the core because the drill instructor taught you that if you get angry, your breathing change. If your breathing change, your shot gonna be off. If your shot gonna be off, you can't stick to one shot, one kill. One shot, one kill. That's what we were taught. So you could never be off in your thinking and your mentality because that's what you're trying to do. Devil, dog. Look it up, find out what a devil and his dog do. All right, back to reality because I got to get this thing out, Bob. I got to get it because I was trying to think about it. I'm still here in this place. I'm here in America. I ain't go nowhere because I couldn't get out the country. Because during my little lifetime, I spent 40 years on child support for 4 children. 40 years, man. So couldn't get no passport. Here you go, be in America again. So now I had to settle here in Washington, D.C., where every person from every country, the children and the parents, came here to get some money. They came here to get a better station in life. Everybody that everywhere in the world. So they brought my thinking. What you say, Bob?
You froze up there for a minute, but you good now.
Okay, good, because I didn't want to get froze up because, see, I met people from all over the world. I mean, black people from everywhere. I only speak the 130 languages from the people around me, 130 dialects and all that. I don't speak none of that language. I speak money. That's what I always spoke. Let's get this, let's do that. And because of my Marine Corps training, we was always able to get stuff done. No matter if I didn't speak your language. You can ask me, put my name out there and see how many different races of people I know. Okay, good. I'm like that. I'm nice like that. But now, when I'm out with people, people say, yo, I'm Caribbean, I'm Jamaican, I'm this, I'm that. So as people kept saying it around me, they was always saying around me, in my hearing, yo, don't ever deal with no people from America. So I'm sitting amongst people for 30 years, before anybody around me knew I was from America, man. They were shocked when they found that out. because you don't act like everybody else. Okay, then let me know what they act like. Because nobody tell me what black men in America act like. They can see the destructive ways that we've been taught to act. And I guess if you can't leave America to go and explore something else as a group, like Jamaicans, like Trinidadians, like they come in a group. Namibians in a group. They come to America in a group. Now, we may have come in a group 400 years ago or whatever, but far be it that we are not in a group right now. The same people who look like you will make sure that you don't get any of your benefits in the real world. They will make sure that you don't get your benefits. Because once they find out you're from America, you're getting cut. You're getting cut. Don't even believe that. You're going to have to do what they said in America, perpetual slavery. Go look it up. Perpetual. That means that shit's forever. You ain't never getting out of it. So, excuse me, I had to get that out. I found out by hanging around all these foreign people. I call them foreign now because, hey, everybody I know is foreign. Everybody. They not here in their original country. They can't live like they live here in their original country. And I mean, absolutely none of them can live like that because they don't have the infrastructure that we have in America. I know this. They don't have it. They got what they got under British rule. Because most of the Caribbean is still under British rule.
What?
Go look it up. People come to America to get a green card so they can get the citizenship here, so they can get the passport to travel abroad. Look it up. If you got a Jamaican passport, you can go to a different country, but you can't stay there indefinitely because there's no embassies nowhere. Nowhere outside of Jamaica. There are no embassies. Where you gonna go? So people became American citizens. Now the whole time they saying American citizen for themselves, they is talking and bad about black people from America. Like you came here and you built something. No, you took something and built on top of it, and then you just erased the individual works that black people in America did. Because just like in Jamaica, it's individual works. Most of these people saying Rastafari never did no work for the faith. None. They did none. The elders came and they said to me specifically, I lived with them for 30 years, yo, we not Jamaicans because we not getting no rights in Jamaica. We not, hey, he was here with me. He was here with me. He was here with me. Now, Ross Sam Brown, Ross Pito, he was here with me. Ross Irish right there. I'm the first person he met in America because he came to my house. I've always been this international dude working with people. But they educated me on like, yo, you from America, man. You have to say you're an American. And I'm like, I'm not no American. Because every time I go to a meeting with all these different races of people, I'm the one American there, according to what y'all call American. But now, as far as Rastafari go, I'm the elected priest, so I ain't got to be worried about no color. That's why I ain't in no color what people talk about. He black, he white. I ain't in none of that because we ain't on side until we on sides. When we on sides, that's when we on sides. You my brother when you act like my brother. Cain killed Abel, so I don't want to be that type of brother. Don't come to me with none of that. Now, we got to get past all this you and me and colors and all that stuff because, hey, the most powerful person on the planet never called himself what people call themselves. Use your own name and build up an empire. Don't use somebody else's empire. Don't use other people's colors to say, oh, you're this color. You're from this place. Okay, man, say we from Israel. Okay. See, okay, cool. That's what you say. I'm with all that because the way I look at it, we ran the earth and still run the earth if you really want to check us. Okay. Because what I say here is going to reach all over the world. I don't know about the next guy. I'm not concerned about the next guy. Because being in this faith has taught me, don't follow the crowd. The crowd is wrong. Always wrong. The individual accolades, that's what you want to know. What did the brother contribute to our world? Not to the local number 7 or none of that. To our world. Because we live in a world. So when you always say, Jamaican first or something else first, that's an insult to everybody else, because Jamaicans never came and took over nothing. Trinidadians never came and took over nothing. You didn't take over nothing. So us calling ourselves America, we a bigger political party than any of y'all, because we at home. We at home. When do you come to another man's home and say, "Oh, you behind me"? Man, stop. Black people just not really trying to fight against nobody, because we've been beaten up. We've been terrorized. And the one or two people that's making it, as I'm learning now, like I said, I had to go back and learn all this culture, because we wasn't taught none of this in America. The awareness, we wasn't taught that. You find out who Malcolm X is 30 years after he passed away. That's the only time you heard it. And all the people saying they love Malcolm X, they ain't love the man. Because if you love somebody, you ain't gonna let nobody touch you. Period. You ain't gonna let nobody touch you. Your political affiliations made it so they could put their hands on Malcolm. People's different affiliations within their organizational structure. So that's how you get to do that stuff. You notice that in Wakanda, white guy saves the day, correct?
Yep.
White guy saves the day. Now, I watch Korean history dramas because I love history. So I'm checking Korean history. Not one white guy in the whole movie. Out of 40,000 people, 100,000 people, not one white guy. Ain't no black people in it either. I ain't mad about that. I just said, can't we have a movie with all black people in it? No, because nobody's going to watch it. Nobody's going to promote it. Okay? So much fight came from the Bob Marley movie that I'm still laughing. Because I think you brought it up to me, Bob, and you said you had watched it. And I said, I hadn't watched it. I'm not into supporting anybody that don't support me. If you're not supporting me, I ain't going to check your movie. I'm not putting no money in your pocket at all. But that Bob Marley movie got some people really riled up. They riled up. Ain't no Jamaicans in it. Ain't none of this. Ain't none of that. And it's like, yo, the man was telling a story about his father from his perspective. He put his money into it and made it work to his satisfaction. I like that. It was his satisfaction that he was doing it. So now, because he came from an historic figure that was during our time, did all the people step up and say, you know, a lot of people didn't like Bob Marley at all because he represented the half-breed, the mixed colors. What they call them things? What they call them brothers then? What they call you mixed breed?
Mulattoes.
Mulattoes, okay. And you know this.
Brown skin man. Brown skin supremacy. Half caste.
Yeah. So you notice that all around the world, mulatto is one word and it means one thing for everybody around the world if you mulatto, okay? Mulatto, that's what the word is, okay? You can be from any of these places, but you're mulatto. See, now we covered so much stuff in our learning, all of us, because we learned a bunch of stuff about our genetics, our things. Not, I don't want to go back and learn about Jamaica. I ain't got no time for that. I live in a big world where $1 billion ain't nothing because individuals have billions of dollars and they don't help nobody except for you come and join the system that they created and you can get some money. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, you can come do that type of stuff to get it. Now, Rastafari people, we have a set of rules that we don't get involved in worldly affairs. We don't do that. Because if you make me say I'm from America, I had to do that 25 years ago here in D.C. And it's affecting everybody in D.C. right now. Because I said it, in the Big House, there'll be no Nile Being Order without me. Not without me personally, because in the Nile Being Order, it's people from all over the world that have to sit in a cabinet and we make decisions. Go watch a Korean movie. It'll show you how to do it. Now, we did it at certain points when the elders was around, because you couldn't call those elders no Jamaican. They was not going for that. All the harsh treatment they got, Did everybody forget about Coral Gardens? That Rastafari people was getting beaten and beheaded? Did y'all forget that? Did anybody forget that? What is that? And then all of a sudden, everybody's Jamaican. Everybody's Jamaican. Every guy is Jamaican. You couldn't get Brother Jack to say it. He couldn't get Brother Jack to say he was Jamaican. He was born in Jamaica. That's what he would tell you. He's not a Jamaican. He's Rastafari. See, that's what people forgot. We left our nationalities and all that type of stuff to become Rastafari. Because his master said we have to become bigger and better than what our education had prepared us for. His master offered us an opportunity to embrace the spiritual knowledge, the carnal knowledge, and music, everything. So now here we got one people saying their music is the music of the king. You don't. The emperor listen to opera. Which one of y'all taking over opera too? It's master like jazz. Who you taking over that too? So you can't run the world from your mouth. You might have jumped into this psychological shit with white people, and you was like, yo, we run the world. You the black people we accept. These other black people we don't accept. So it even affects my children. If my children go to school, they scholars, they straight A students and stuff. So we had a parent teacher one time, and the teacher was I think it was Jamaican. He said, yo, Rastafari, bless up, man. I said, yeah, King, bless up. He said, your children are very smart, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, you know, we do homeschool before we went to regular school, so we kind of up on some things. And he said, which part they are from? And when Jamaican people say that, they mean like Clarendon, Kingston 19. You got to tell them where you from. So like, yo, man, I'm from America. He said, nah, man, your children are too smart to be from America. And that's when I really knew, like, this was a conspiracy to diminish our capacity as a people. Because only when we was Rastafari, Narabingi, black supremacy, as we call it, we ain't have no mix-up philosophy, no mix-up. People say, well, y'all just mix up. Y'all just to yourself. Yeah, well, Koreans got Korean movies with 100,000 people in it, all Koreans. So they don't look like they mixed up because they got their own country. Now, nobody talking about our own country. America is not my home. America is not my home. We have a chant. This world is not I own. I is only trodden through. We're just going through this place because everybody forgot slavery. You forgot everything, and everybody's smart. Everybody got money. Okay, cool. Now, the thought process that I grew up to have, that I had by being around all these foreign people is I'm still helping the foreigners right now because people from America don't deal with me, so I can't even have a decent conversation with them because to them it's just they got the same American thing. But I thought about it, Bob. I thought about it good. I was watching this TV show the other day about prisons. And I think anybody who's been to prison know that in prison, blacks on one side, Spanish on one side, and everybody else on one side. Jamaicans on one side, and nobody can mix up. You got to eat with your own race. You got to do everything with your own race. So as I started putting it in my brain, because I got to figure it out, I'm older now, so I can't be wasting time talking to people. So they doing the prison mentality on us as people. Okay, you white, you stay over there. You black, you stay over there. Jamaican, stay over there. So now somebody that's running this whole shenanigans, they doing the prison mentality on us all. And some of us that's not from America don't know nothing about that because they ran from their country. So they knew that you wasn't going to prison in our country. You get dead over there. They find you in a gully. They don't like your politics. They shooting in the street. And they know that. You killing each other in the street. So you know that that's some prison mentality. So no one has stopped and said, yo, Rasta, make we all just come together in his majesty, who is not Jamaican, who's not Trinidadian, who's not any of those things. He was born a royal lineage, which means that he can say something. Everybody in the world, black people in particular, white people definitely, because all of them bow before his majesty. 72 nations bow before his majesty. See it? Still there, Bob, or you're not there? Because I
Yes,
know
sir.
I'm ranting.
Yes, sir. I ain't gone nowhere. I'm right here.
I know I'm ranting. I'm just putting it out there, Bob, because see, some people got it all mixed up. Like you're the top dog.
That's right.
You ain't the top dog. The schools in Sheshamani didn't get built by Jamaicans. They got built by every Rastafari person. They put their time and effort. White people, black people, green people. Everybody put their money into it. Now, when they lost their support, I'm telling you the facts. I know that. When they lost their support is when they put J in front of the development of Rastafari. That's cool. JRDC or whatever that is. They put Jamaican in front of that. Now, a lot of people fell for that. Let's go with the Jamaican thing. Let's go. Okay, you did that. Now, what you got? Do you got $2 trillion moving out of that place? No, because we know that your philosophy is for Jamaica. We ain't building you no country with your behavior so you can keep people like me out, because I just needed a passport from any country. That's why I stayed in D.C. and working with officials till somebody decide, let's get this brother up out of here, give him a passport. You know, the brother named Kwame Ture, he had to get a passport to get out and didn't get citizenship. I don't want dual citizenship because I never had citizenship here. And the treatment that people gave me here, nah, we ain't gonna talk nice about you. Matter of fact, we gonna forget it ever happened. See, that's what I'm saying to my family and my people. Let's forget it all happened. Forget it. Because if we talk about it, we're gonna be here 50 more years, 100 more years, in worse position, because now people like me can't even get food stamps without a lawyer. I had to take a lawyer down the food stamps, bro. Check it out. I had to get a lawyer to get that. Because I don't think I managed to do was have heart surgery. That's all I meant, have heart surgery. And couldn't make no more money for myself. Like I had done all my entire adult life. I built 13 companies hanging around foreigners. None of them worked because the foreigners weren't supporting my companies. Because I'm from America. Okay? Really, you should get up in that shit. It ain't because nobody don't like me or none of that. A lot of people know me all over the world, but I wasn't getting that support because I wasn't in a can or some other type of group. I wasn't in no group dynamics with nobody here. So nobody's going to waste their time, but now they need the mentality. You need the mentality out of the head to get all your little stuff straight. And for real, I'm charging all y'all fee. For anything and everything you require of me, you're paying me. For sure, you're paying me because I don't want to talk to none of you no more. Because it don't affect me what happens in England. It don't affect me at all. Because I'm not an expat or none of those things like I had to go to some other country, become a citizen of another country, and then you go to another country and your behavior is the same behavior you got at home. Same one. So people deporting you all over the world. What is the matter, man? We're looking at something different. We're looking at different TV shows, man. So that's what I had today because I'm still here in this place. And I wasn't getting no love from all these smart people and all these big talkers and these preachers and stuff. I wasn't getting it. It wasn't because of lack of knowledge. It definitely wasn't that. Because when people still reading the 66 books, we over there reading the Ethiopian manuals, the Ethiopian Bible. We was reading all those books. Okay, we was making sure we lived what we were talking. Because his master taught us spiritual and material balance. Not more than of either one, just a balance. So you can live through this life because you find out people didn't like his master either. They let the man work for 50 years straight to get the whole country out of a problem. And then his own Ethiopian people betrayed him. His own people betrayed him. See, so his master taught us well, like you can do all this for all these people, but at the end, they'll betray you. And everybody seems to forgot that history too. So being in America, we learned it, and now we know we don't care if you're not with us. What is us? Us? Nah, man. This is America. Anybody can do anything they want and get away with it if they do it the way they supposed to do it in America. Lie, deny, cheat, steal, any of that. You do any of that, you're going to win in America. Because this here, they call it Babylon. Nah, man, this is a penal system. And everybody that came from anywhere else in the world, you was labeled a criminal when you left your country. You was labeled it, you just don't know it yet. So you came to America where they gave you a passport, they gave you everything. You can go to school, you can get everything what you need to stay here in America and represent the interests of America wherever you're from. So you end up being envoys. You gotta go watch a Korean movie. They put it in perspective. Like, you here in America doing what? Getting you and your family straight. Like, that's what I was supposed to be doing. So I would have never spent that $16 million on people and their concerns. I would have never in my life had I got that knowledge ahead of time. But sometimes you learn a lesson from after you do it, and you go like, man, you actually help these people from Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, Carrico, places where people never even heard of if you're black. Much more, you don't even care nothing else about it. You don't care nothing about that when you're born in America, because you can't find a job in America, so they dump the drugs on you in America. They dumped that. Now, you keep believing that black men from America was running the drug business, don't even believe the hype. Because everybody that ever got caught kingpin was from another country, bringing dope into America and selling it. Everybody. The little Raymond Effers and all the little people, I don't want to call too many people's names, but no, man, them people went to jail and had to tell the process. So they got pardoned for their crimes, and now the dope dealers is the one running the legal marijuana business for this country. The dope dealers, the one that went to jail for selling dope, killing people, yeah, they running the ganja business all over America. They running it, just like the dope business. So they know all the distribution points. They know how to get it from here to there and all that. They know the behavior that you need to get it through, the behavior that you need to get your money. Because at the end of the day, it's about getting that money. Because nobody else in the world is getting money like black people. Nobody. As a whole group. Because when they say black people getting money, it's a whole group. And they don't say you from Jamaica or you from here. Nah. Because they got to mix the numbers in together so they can say black people control the dope business. And everybody know that. Yeah, they do. Because they running the operations of it. See, I'm from America. I had to sit back and study all of it and be involved in a lot of it. But see, the thing that being a devil dog taught me, that's why I made that up in the beginning of the talk. See, I was the devil's dog. He said, go to the country and get that. We go get that. We didn't talk about that. That's why we were never angry when we came to people's country and did this to people. We ain't never angry because we don't even know you. We just got a jacket, which cancels your Christmas. So everybody in my squad look at the picture and say, well, you won't make it to Christmas. You didn't make it to Christmas. See, but then they never expected us to make sense out of that. Because, see, when people made their mistake, with me in particular, they said, while I was sitting in prison, you did this for God and country. And I've been talking to God since I was in the jail cell. I mean, I was in there. And I'm in solitary confinement for the time I'm in jail. So, you know, I got to talk to God. And God said, I ain't never tell nobody to kill nobody. Then you read the Bible. Well, yeah, I ain't tell nobody to kill nobody. Them people lied to you for God and country. Because God be like, I can talk to anybody on the planet in their ear. I can talk to a jackass and make a jackass talk to you. Then you read the Bible? I was like, yeah. Okay, good. So you can read the Bible, right? You can disagree with it, but a jackass spoke to a dude, said, don't go over there and F with them people over there. Because you're going to get the wrath of God if you go F with them people. The jackass said it to the man. The man was like, he went over and tried it and found out, like, you know, the Almighty built everything on the planet. And His Majesty Emperor Selassie I came back to this world to teach us and remind us that we God people first. You know, all this other nationality crap, you got problems, man. All y'all got problems. But I ain't got none with you. Because I told people 25 years ago, we either do a church or mob. You pick the one you want to pick. Because I'm from America, so mob shit is my own business. See, we was trained, my own business. Stay in your lane. We was taught that. So long as you didn't bother me and my people, you were safe. When you start bothering me and my people, you ain't safe no more. Because we was taught devil dog. Man, you would never know. You would never know. So now, that's what His Majesty brought to the forefront. Our best behavior. He always wanted our best behavior in front of God and man, your best behavior. But you read the Bible, Not even your enemy gonna have a problem with you. See, we are letting people that are not our people explain to us how the Bible works, because it's a math, it's a book that teaches you how to work. Okay, the people that copy that, all that, they only put in what the Almighty through His Spirit put in the Bible where He wants to explain to His people. So you got people reading Bible 50 years that can't even read the thing, don't have no articulation of it at all. They can quote the scriptures, they can quote everything about it, but they can't tell you how to put one and two together. Because do you think that with all this black power on the planet, and I mean black of black, not your skin color, your determination black, that's what we call determination, your determination to make the world a better place, for real, a lot of people wouldn't even, man, you would never step across the border if you was wicked. Not we said you was wicked, you knew you was wicked. You wouldn't even get nowhere with that. Because our people will be trained in the future to stop wickedness in themselves first and then stay out of our way. See, that's where I was at today, Bob, because I'm still here in this place, man. Where you want me to go? Okay. Where you want me to go?
Well, with the I was thinking the Ethiopian family that's there. Yes, anybody who been to DC know. DC has a very large Ethiopian family, and how would you say that they view the emperor? Are they conscious up on him, or what's the state of mind of the Ethiopians in DC
now? You talking about now? Right now? Right. I was at the coffee shop. Let me see, I can't find a cup. You know, Harar Coffee is a hobby shop. It's Ethiopian coffee shop. We drink coffee.
That's my spot.
Yeah, we do business and do all that type of stuff there, right? So I'm sitting there talking to my friend. She's a lawyer, okay? And his brother came in for his coffee. He said, "Lion." I said, "Bless her, fire." I don't know the brother, but when people see the color or whatever, they that spiritual know. So I said, "All right, family, what's up?" Good. Boom, we tap in or whatever. He said, "You know, those people in our country, Ethiopian talking about Ethiopians. He said, the one that are making the mothers and the children cry, we want to go back home." He said, "When I grow my locks back and get my locks down to the ground, when I get back home, me and my family dealing with them." And he said, "What do you think should happen to them?" So me, I always think about, cut off their head, put it on the stick, some common stuff that don't hurt too much. He said, "Nah, man. We want to cut off their legs." And for the life of me, I couldn't think of what he was saying until he finished. He said, "Because then they can't move around. They're going to need some help. And because of their mindset, nobody's going to help them." Now, I was like, that was way, way worse than my punishment. I'm just going to cut your head off and be done with you. But I said, "No, cut off their legs, man. Let them go ahead on." Now, that's this morning. The Ethiopians got sects. They got groups, okay? The royal family is in Virginia. They live in Virginia, okay? That's where the royal family live at, because they ain't even safe for them to go home, okay? For real, if you really want to know. This Massey family can't really go home and travel like that. They can go to Jamaica and they can go to them places, but go back home? No, you got too many sects. Because you got the Amara, right? You got the Oromo. You got Gregan people. You got 4 or 5 different sects where they vying for power right now. So while they vying for power, Chinese people is going to whatever group controls the area and buying roads there, buying houses. Ooh, excuse me. Chinese people are taking over that place. Go check. You ain't got to ask me, check. Because people don't want to talk about those things. You left your roots because, as Master told you, if we didn't work together, people was going to conquer Africa. Africa was already conquered. Ethiopia was never conquered. It was just preoccupied. Okay? And only for 5 years. May 5th, 1936 to May 5th, 1941, the only time it ever been occupied. I remember that day because that's my mother's birthday too. So I'm like, yo, this Massey's like, yo, no. His Majesty was the sole ruler, emperor. Okay? After 50 years of working all over the world to make sure we had our rights as people of color, I'm going to say that word, people of color, okay, which color people in all parts of the world get the worst treatment. And everybody in the world know that. Whatever caste you are, that's what you get. If you're born into poverty, you stay in poverty. That's how it is. You have no right to go join any other group. So that's why they got amalgamation. Go marry this person because they'll get you out of your caste. You'll be looked at different, okay? But hey, it's no problem. His Majesty set up the government because people was talking about he the only one got power. So he set up a constitutional monarchy. Constitutional monarchy, meaning like everybody got a right to say something. Government officials could sit around and make decisions. You just had to run the decision by His Majesty first to make sure it was good for the people. Because he, one person, put in 50 years to make sure Ethiopia was never conquered. Go check your history now. Okay? If Jamaican people was all that, they have an embassy in Ethiopia right now. They have an embassy there if they was that on their own. But Rastafari people made it so people say, Jamaican people. When you got on red, gold, and green, people, first thing people ask me, are you Jamaican? I'm like, no. Where you from? I'm from Earth. Where you from? They get angry when I say that because I'm from Earth. And if I ever had a passport to go somewhere, I'd be all over the world. I wouldn't be talking to nobody about nothing. I ain't got time to talk to you. You got politicians to talk. You got preachers and stuff to talk to you. I ain't trying to feed your itching ears, stuff you want to hear. Go read the Bible. I ain't got no time for none of that. I ain't gonna see you. I here to sing to you and entertain you or none of that. I'm here to live my life. If you ask me, I'd have been on the beach 40 years ago when I left Hawaii. I would have stayed on the beach, but I never got involved in none of this. But then I would have been lacking the knowledge of everything. And then I wouldn't have 15 children that I'm mindful of all of mine. That's why I got 8 in my house right now, because I'm mindful of mine. Okay. People did whatever they were doing. Cool. I ain't arguing with no people about their life. Go live your life. Go live your life. You black, that's your problem. You was born like that, that's your problem. You white, I'm sorry if you feel sorry for yourself. People keep talking about white supremacy, white supremacy. Yo, you talking about they supreme. Ain't nobody else said that. And they definitely go back to the 30s when the white supremacists heard about now being your order. When they heard about that, they didn't want to see I and I come and deal with them on no level. Because we believe the same thing they believe. Stick to your own, mind your own business. Don't trouble nobody. If you trouble people, trouble them. Really trouble them. That's what white supremacy has done. Because everybody going, white supremacy. People in Poland, they was getting burnt in the fire too. You forgot? So they wasn't supreme about nothing. They beat up by their own people. They beat up by their own people. So wasn't no white supremacy in that. What type of white people you think is supreme? What's your bloodline? See, going back to that bloodline. Because that's why people always say his nasty bloodline can be traced all the way back to the King of David. They say Solomon, but it's really the King of David. Then it's really the Black Jesse, because Black Jesse was David's father. Black Jesse was the father of David, grandfather of Solomon. What y'all leaving out the Bible that y'all don't want the people to really understand? You don't want black people to have their own stuff? It ain't gonna work no more. You already blew the nose off of everything that looked like us. You already did that. But you only killed off who you wanted to kill. And here's the best part about what I found out during my lifetime, right? On my mother's side, we have white people in it. So a lot of my bloodline is mulatto on my mother's side. My father's side, black, indigenous, maroon, black people. Okay? So who I'm supposed to fight against? The black people or the mulatto, or should I go and trouble white folks? And white folks in my family, so if I go trouble them, black folks in my family, it's gonna be like, why are you troubling over there with Mr. Nate? Mr. Nate done helped out everybody. Why you troubling him? You can't trouble white people in my family. You might as well just let him go ahead and do his thing. Just like in my family, you can't trouble no black people either. Okay? That's how my father rolled. He rolled like that. Have all your children with you. Don't let anybody tell you about taking care of your children. I take care of mine. Even if I can't get no help from the government, no food stamp, cash, or whatever, I'm cool with all that. Because I'm in D.C. And see, in D.C., you can find a way to eat. If nobody helps you, you can find a place to stay. If ain't nobody helping you. Really. Return to the Almighty. That's what this whole test is about. That's what this whole gathering of everybody to this America continent. That's the only place you coming together. You coming together to repent to the Almighty. Everybody finds God when they come here. Everybody. Your different version of your God, this, that, and the other. But you come to America to find that nobody goes anywhere else to go find God. If you notice the truth, nobody go look around any other country to find God. They come to America and find out, yo, God really dwells amongst these people, man. That's the only way you can hold people captive in perpetual slavery. But see, that's the thing where that's why we still in slavery now. Because certain people so embedded in this system, American system, they can't uproot their whole thought process because now you got women running households and the children are becoming nothing. Isaiah 3. Yeah, brother said, it's in the heart. If you believe you're a supremacist, then I guess you are. If you don't, then I guess you're not. Well, goes back to your bloodline, family. Because see, some people bloodline was promised that they would be on this earth until the correction is made. Because a lot of stuff is out of order, a lot of it. But it's above our pay grade. And when it's above your pay grade, you should go ahead and humble yourself. Because if you got a title, like I said 30 years ago, you're going to live up to it. Because somebody going to hold that title over your head. Didn't you say you was this long time ago? Yeah, okay. Hold that. Don't change it. You ever hear this guy named Nature Boy?
Oh, yeah. He just got life plus 10 years.
I heard that 2 days ago. And I was like, so who was following this guy? Who financing this guy? And whoever was financing him until he what? Got life in prison. Now, that sounds like the whole dynamic of when people say, come get this Grammy, come get these awards, come get all this nice stuff that we got over here for you. Sound like the devil got a trap for you. And by the time you get all of what you done did, said everything you gonna say to people, and they got one guy or one girl standing on top of you go, life plus 10. And ain't nothing you can do about it. So people say, you put God in it, then God must be able to get you out of it. If you got that height. See, now if you had the height, nobody would never knew about your lifestyle in the first place. Because it's supposed to be a secret. How you live is a secret. Just like all this other gay stuff and all that. Nobody was caring about you was gay when we was growing up. Everybody knew that. You was, maybe you, somebody like, but nobody bother you. They say keep it in the closet. That didn't mean go in the closet and keep it. They're the most flamboyant people on the planet. So you knew already. Some and some not. Okay? Because I'm doing research now in the music business. So I found out a lot of TV actors from the 30s, 40s, 50s, all this stuff, all the way up, they were gay. Especially in the music business, they were gay. Males and females. But how you gonna fight against that song you was dancing to 5 minutes ago? They got you singing it, even though you singing the words wrong, because you thought it was this, but they were saying something altogether different. See, we done got mixed up into taking the supremacy out of the Almighty's hand. And the supremacy, believe it or not, is all of us working together. That's the supremacy. That's what the Almighty wanted for all of us, to work together so nobody would be in hurt, harm, or danger. None of that. Okay? You put all the food on the planet, you done killed the food. So now you got to make Monsanto. You gotta make some seeds that don't produce themselves. Okay, you gotta buy the seed only from them, which means you're the one that destroyed the plants. Okay, now if people go around killing off your plants, and they say the only way you can plant food is eat these seeds right that I'm planting, then your plants are not gonna bear any fruit. There's no more seed coming out of that. Where you used to buy a green pepper, cut it open, there's 200 plants in there, inside those seeds. Easy, 200 plants. So it used to be where you could just take those seeds out, dry them, drop them in some dirt, you got some more peppers. You don't got that today. You don't have it today. You can't even eat the food today. Watermelons with no seed. Me and my children, we grow food. We had a farm, but government and world and liars and thieves do what they do. I ain't mad at them because just one piece of land. But we ate a watermelon one time. I said, save all the seeds. We got 678 seeds out of one watermelon. And we planted those seeds. And you want to see a watermelon field? Each plant having 5 watermelons on each one? Out of 678 plants, bro, we would never been broke again just selling watermelons. Okay? Really. But now they got you can't even sell the watermelons in certain people's state if you're black. So then you got to smuggle your stuff across to the next state to get your watermelon sold. You seen the big watermelon trucks going down the road?
Yeah.
Well, you're not supposed to do that because that's interstate commerce. And you're not giving them people they cut. So if they see you, they'll pull you over and take all your watermelons. It's America. But it's only because a certain portion of people are so slaved that they don't care about no watermelon. They'll eat it. Okay? Crabs. You can only catch so many crabs in crab season. Ask somebody. And you can only go to certain cities and sell your crabs. Your crabs. It's business. But see, that's why in the last days, they go, I'm almost done now. In the last days, they said you have to get the mark of the beast. People didn't know what that was. The mark of the beast to buy and sell. But the mark of the beast wasn't no handprint. No, it means you're going to do everything that your boss say do. Because when you put a cow in the field, you expecting them to eat up all the grass and the shit. Now you grab all the shit, turn it into manure, put some rosemary in it, and you bag it up and you sell the manure. See, it's business. It's all business. It ain't no, you forgot. The people that don't work for a living don't work. They work for somebody, which I learned in the Marine Corps, they call that make work. So they give you something to do, but you're affecting people's lives. And you don't even care. Like, you wouldn't give me no food stamps or none of that stuff. I was qualified, though. You didn't give me no TANF money. I was qualified, though. You didn't want to give me that. Because since you didn't want to give me that, I had to go back to what I do for a living. Because all my adult life, what did it say? I saw a text in a different chat where someone said, wasn't 650 dead during the Civil War for the sins of slavery, enough bloodshed to stop slavery? No. Then you wouldn't even have with the guy named Bill Gates. Bill Gates ain't just trying to kill no black people. He's trying to kill everybody. What's the matter? No, that's all, 650,000? That's all? No, they didn't even count black people. Remember, black people was just 3/5 of a human being. Go back to your history now. So to get 650, how many millions actually died? How many millions got displaced? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking the question to that person. See, we was only 3/5 of a human being, all now. Excuse me. So if we 3/5 of a human being, how many of us do it take to make 650,000? You got to do at least 3 times that number, 3 times that 650 to get to 650, because they're going to take, 2/5 away from you. You got to remember, this is America. Everything's about principles. Everything's about who got the upper hand going to keep it. And don't ever think for 1 minute that white people run everything. Don't ever think that. That is not even real nowhere on the planet, even while slavery is going on, because black people was putting black people in slavery like they doing all now. All now. This thing is about taking over a planet with the select few. The few people that can do this thing, they're gonna take over the whole world with their power. Now the thing about that, the Almighty didn't like it, so he made sure they couldn't reproduce. They couldn't breed. So these billionaires and all that stuff, they couldn't make all no children. They couldn't reproduce themselves. So then they had to create systems where the homosexual system, that was written by Bayard Rustin under the Civil Rights Act. Under it. So when the Civil Rights Act, the civil rights for gay people was written in there. Go back and read it. No arguments. So now, who running everything in the black world? They say gay is the new black. Come to D.C. Listen to this political talk. Gay is the new black. Okay? So now, you got to understand, everybody's fighting for their own survival. And like I can't say teacher, but a lady that I talk to all the time, she said, really, nobody can really do anything without a permission slip. I said, permission slip? I said, don't you got a permission slip to go buy a house, buy a car, buy this, go do a business over here, contract, right? You got to have a permission slip. From who? Some invisible person that said you need a permission slip. You never see the person who said it because they're too busy all over the world enjoying all this money. Where the people who really got control, they don't even use money like that. They always get whatever they want because they call a guy and say, yo, I need a jet. I got to go over here. It's done. There ain't no money even discussed. Okay? Because the money is already there. The JP4, the airplane fuel, already there. So the people that's running things using it from their head, excuse me, I got this cold thing that keeps bugging me. They call it a bug. It really bugs you though. Because in America, you can't go to the tree and pluck up a sour sap. You can't do it. And here you go. You can't really smuggle them into America. You have to go through a long line permission slip to get them here in America. And you can only get them in America in areas where Caribbean people that eat that have a political stronghold in that area. That's the only way you're going to get sour sap in America. You got to go to Florida, New York. That's it. Some other places. But no, you ain't getting the right food to eat. So you're supposed to be going, get ready for your grave if you make it to 60. People don't want to hear nothing about you old and you doing that. What's the guy name just made a baby? Robert De Niro or some of them cats, 80-some years old?
Yeah.
We've been doing that for the longest time. Okay? Making babies at that age. They never want black people to reach that age, black men in particular. They don't care about these women because they just go, they never read Isaiah 3, so these women don't even know how to act. So everybody's trying to kowtow to the women. Like, nah, man. Because too many guys got caught with what they call them, transgender. Too many guys got caught with that. Because they was looking for what was pleasing to the eye and not even looking up and down and all around. Because these days, people cut out your Adam's apple. People cut off all your genitalia and just be like, you say you're a dog, you're now a dog. See, that's not the world I want to participate in. But some guys making up some rules that I didn't get no say-so in. And that's my whole talk. I was never going to join any island people or join any of that. Even though I helped a lot of them, no, I wasn't going to join none of that. Not joining y'all. Because it's costing me all of my money, all of my time. And if you say you helped me, stand on up and say you're helping me right now. Because I ain't never betrayed not one of you. Not one of you. So you come on over and let's do the thing where we're supposed to do. Where we got councils of black people sitting around the table and not the talky ones. Keep them out there. Because remember, they was never allowed, bald-headed people and those type of people never allowed at the administration at the now being order. You was never to sit at the altar You can sit in the room, talk all you want to talk, but never come up to the altar and be running your mouth. That's why they silenced the now being your order. Because we had rules that white people had to apply, even though you had white roster and all that. Because once you became Rastafari, your color was your problem. Just like I said, if you was white, that's you. It ain't got nothing to do with me. 15 generations ago, you was white, that's you. We got rules now so all of us can live better. So if you want to subscribe to all of us living better, come on in, bro. Let's get this done. Let's get this work done. But people don't agree with me, so I don't agree with them either. And in the political system like America, I have a right to speak the way I want to speak. And in our world, we call it truth and right. I'm speaking the truth, and I got it right. And I have the right. So you can't silence me. You can't starve me off. Can't do none of that. Because I left the world where some guy could control if I eat, sleep, and drink. I left that world. What kind of music you listen to? Because everybody around me know I don't support none of that reggae stuff. None of that. Because of their treatment of how we supposed to do business together. The business is not for you to come up and I go down. It's never that. Ain't never, no, business is everybody get to eat. Because that's the way his master did it. He made all them tribes humble. The Amara, the Aroma, Tigrigan, all that. Eritrea, man, we got one voice. So we all can eat, all our children can grow up without being in our problem. Got one people. A land of many people, many colors, but one people. So now, why we can't just be one people? Because that's it, Bob. I'm still in this place. So I got to figure out something. And maybe some people will figure out like, you still ain't going to run nothing on earth without people like me. On earth. I'm going big time now. Because I want my share of the earth. Now, if you don't have no problem with Bill Gates getting his share of the earth and all these other people getting a share of the earth, don't do that to me. I'm going to get my share of this earth. Now, the way you said it, I ain't got disqualification. I ain't got that. When you run the earth, can't nobody qualify you or disqualify you. What's the matter with people? Power is not man-made. Power is given from the Almighty. And now, I'm going to use my power. I ain't playing with no guy. So if I leave off the planet tomorrow morning, I'm cool. Because I came with my power. Okay? And I'm going to leave that power in the hand of his master who manages all power. He manages all of it. So he ain't going to let you get away with but so much. Because people forgot. Spiritual and material balance. You can't have a slave ruling over a king. It don't work. The slave is never going to think about all the things the emperor going to think or the king going to think. Okay? That brother was ahead of his time. He was really ahead of his time. And that's why he didn't get support that he needed from our people. I'm saying our people. Our people. Rastafari people could have financed and made that thing go. But certain people wasn't getting any more accolades because the people who running the business, they wanted white people to be the top reggae business, top reggae artists, top players. And people know that. So now certain people, they figuring out all of what I'm saying. They figuring it out. They said, well, we're going to support only reggae music from this place right here. Now, when you support that reggae from that place, majority of them people gay. Look at it. They're gay artists. So we still supposed to support those artists because they're making good music. Come on out of here with this negligent behavior. Righteousness will build a nation. Righteousness will build a nation. And none of you have tried that yet as a group. Group dynamics. Not the talking part. Hungry fed, naked clothed, sick nursed, age protected, infants cared for. If you want to learn how to do it for real, Go watch a Korean movie, man. I know it's a movie script. But go watch one of them things, 27 episodes, and you'll see. The guy that really gonna save the day was the guy that y'all was trying to kill the whole time. And no matter when you cut him off, cut his head off, he come back alive and keep coming. And that's what people in America don't want to happen. They don't want nobody to come tell these people the truth. So I'm not coming here to tell you the truth. I'm here to tell you no truth. I'll talk to you if you talk to me. I'll do this with you if you do this with me. I don't care where you from on earth. Because I got brethren from, they call nowhere America, nowhere Africa. It's only 1,500 people in certain people's village. So the first guy to make it to college in America or England from this little group, this little island people or something in Africa. They ain't have no famous people until this one guy did it. Now, his master told us all to get right with God. Get right with God, then we can move forward. But from this day on, if you come to fight with me, I'm gonna go get your enemies and let your enemies, the brother said, the wicked will be turned into hell and every nation that forget God. See, that's why I like talking to people that got sense. If you got sense, you'll come up with your own sense. You might get $1 out of all this sense that we got. It's a scientific thing. See, we forgot that we have to put the Almighty in this thing and let him run our nation. Now, since you're all separated into your this can, guess what? I'm going to let God rule supreme. I'm going to let him because I'm subject to it too. And believe me, I'm not going to be the bottom of anybody's nothing. Okay? Anybody's nothing. I think that I'm going to go make me some more babies now, bro. That's what I think. I don't care about who they are. Because I wasn't.
Priest, thank you, Elder. Give thanks to the I.
Hope I ain't bugging you too much.
For giving us this. No, sir. No, thank you for giving me your time and us your time. It's always a pleasure. I'll be in D.C. shortly to visit. Tell the Pitney them. Baba said, what up? I'll see y'all soon. And on that note, I want to end it off with a group. Rafu used to play this group in the House of Kemet, so-called Black American, Africans in America, reggae group from back in the days out of California. And their name was they went by Wadada and the Psychic Warriors.
Ooh, my brethren?
Yeah.
Has an agenda
And
for
so
our children.
I want to end it off. Off with Wadada and the Psychic Warriors. Peace.
Peace, family.
Self-destruction, which would manifest as they grow. Free your mind. Let's get it right this time. Talking about your life. Let's get it right, talking about your life. It was 150 years ago. We were still enslaved. Black people were labor-free. From the cradle to the grave. You see, it was the miseducation ruined our black nation. We're still on the plantation. The big white house. Instead of inclusion, we got an illusion. Hatred in return.